right on time. Rolling like thunder under bright skies. Every voice in the crowd, every laugh, every shout. Talk about, let it rise.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Talkabout, the podcast stroke chat show where we primarily, just get that in again before tricky, talk about Walkabout Mini Golf. And we sometimes go astray from that, occasionally.
Not tonight, they're
Often.
not. Chris is
Anyway,
no cracking
welcome
the
to
whip.
welcome to show 58, and I'm sure you're all well aware we have got a very special guest on tonight. Even though all our guests are special, even though all our guests are special, in one way or the other. But let me introduce everyone. To my far left, we've got the guy that knows how to talk more than, I don't know, anybody else I know. That's TrickyDicky. Sat next to him, usually it's sat on him, is Spicy Mr. herself,
Not.
Gold Sophia.
Hi, everybody.
Talking about sitting, we've got the lady on my right sitting on the knobs. That's Princess
They're
Spice,
buttons.
Chris. And I am Stewie.
Spicy Bankshot.
Anyway, welcome to the show. First things first, let's get on with Shot of the Week.
All right, here we.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. One more time.
I didn't even know that was
Look
a
at
thing.
that shit.
And we're back. Well done to D3BBB13, commonly known
Nice
as
job,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Well done on getting the medal for the Shot of the Week this week. It will be in the post and will arrive before 2024. I do believe, probably, maybe, but along with this
We
merch.
do things digital
Anyway.
around here.
Anyway, moving on. What should we do next? I tell you what, let's do a league roundup. Let's do that for a
Are we going to
change.
do the read? All right.
Oh no, let's. I tell you what, I'm going to fetch a guest in. Let's get him in.
Good idea,
Don't
because I have the
believe
clap button on this screen, not the next one.
I tell you what, welcome in from Marty Coconut himself. That I should say the site himself. We have got Nate. Come on in, Nate.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Oh, good. Now you were just
Alright.
you were
Oh,
just
I'm
been
doing
given the clap.
fantastic.
You were just been given the clap. Dawn has got
Should
some
I
cream
should I
for
be
it.
happy about that, or
Well,
Yeah,
Dawn's
I'm a
got
little
some cream.
confused?
Dawn's got some
It's
cream.
okay.
Oh, thank
We
God.
give it
Yeah,
to
I'm glad we got the
everyone.
ointments on hand. Oh,
Hey
thank
guys,
goodness
I
for
thought
that.
it wasn't that kind of podcast tonight. It's always that kind of podcast. All right.
Oh, goodness.
Well,
Let's
welcome,
go.
Nate.
Let's go. With, yeah,
Well,
welcome.
thank
Nate.
you for having me. I
We'll,
appreciate it.
we'll get to you
Awesome.
as soon as we can. But first of all, we're going
Sounds
to do
good.
these league roundups.
Here we go. Over on Chris's server, we have the amateurs for the KWT this past weekend. Sandtrap in first, Wendy W in second, and Ultra Fox Lynn takes third.
Over to the
Mhm.
semi-pro, and in first place we have got Serenity Moon. Second place, Rock and Horse Brat, and in third place, one of my favourite players, Zoe Darling.
Nice. So here in the pro, I have an interesting one. We have three first place winners. I guess three people tied for first. We
Yeah.
have
Wow,
Duck,
wow.
we have Sticky, and we have Princess Bankshot.
The Sticky
Wow.
Double
Good job,
Princess.
Yeah, got lucky.
Well done. Well done, everybody.
All right. And he grabs the overall trophy for Labyrinth. And on the screen is the trophy for Raptors Cliffs. So come on over, play the tourney, and see if you can grab it. Now, over on the Classic, last weekend they played 20,000 easy and Yell Wolf hard. Putt Naked grabs first, and Matt 916 and Zanetti tie for second. This weekend's courses are Raptors Easy and Crystal Layer Hard. Now, moving on to the ladies.
I think that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
No, it was. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I did not.
Cheated twice.
Wow.
Don't bite me, you two. Thank
Yeah.
Nice
you.
job, guys. I
Unfortunately,
have
well
this
done.
week's gems with solo aces on Babylon Easy, hole 11, Princess Bankshot, hole 13, quick match. How do you say that
It's
one?
quick match, Jen.
Jen, I'm sorry.
Which is
And
also
hole 17, Alligator. Then on Hollywood Easy, we had hole 2, Jenum, hole 8, Bad Wolf, hole 12, KD, hole 13, Audrey, and hole 14, Sherry Rose. Most aces, Princess Bankshot and Bad Wolf took flowers with 7. Clean rounds. At the end of the season party, Princess Bankshot, Peach, Linnybod, Kim, Janus, and Indian Chief all had clean rounds. We have 1 week off, ladies, and then season 6 will begin on the 5th of May. Come and join us. New ladies are always welcome.
and Stewie.
Moving on to the winners. I'm going to start with the diamond winner, which was Princess Bankshot. Sapphire winner was Dawn Sophia. Emerald winner was HMN Kaz. The ruby winner was Peach. Pearl winner was Audrey. And the topaz winner was Traveler. Well done, ladies.
Well done to all of
Wow.
you. All right. Last one, over on Fools and Courses. The mini tourney is going into. Ooh, that's not the right one, but it's all right. I know it.
Ooh.
The mini tourney has the we're at the
The
finals.
top six. Yeah, top six.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, top
Yeah.
six. All right, guys.
You got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
gonna
going to
move
top
on.
6 in the minute. Oh, you're moving on, right?
Okay.
Moving on to
Go ahead.
League One then. Your top 3 at the moment in League One. In first place, we've got Sandman. Second place, Nat, 1989. And third place, we have got Mulder, 24.
On championship, I have first place, Del Boy. Second place, Stevie Wonderful, and third place, Snugs. I feel like I need to borrow y'all's glasses today.
I know.
Nice
there you
job,
go.
guys.
Now we've been on to the fixtures, Chris.
Yeah, they're on.
Yep, League One fixtures next, and they are now on the screen. And the home courses for the first leg are Cherry Easy, Olympus Easy, Alpha Mord, and Gothic. And your second game, the courses are Eldorado Easy, Arizona Easy, Bogies Easy, and High Slayer Hard.
Ice,
So we're not
baby.
reading people anymore. I'm just
No,
checking.
Just go for it. Just
Too
go.
long.
Just go with.
Okay,
Do
on the
whatever you want.
championship, week 5, we have on Tokyo Hard, we have Andy versus Steven. On Cherry Easy, Will versus Susan. Alice Hard, Dennis versus Susan. Wait, that's two Susans. Venice Easy, James versus Will. Alice Hard, Dennis versus Bert. Cherry Easy, Will versus Bert. Tokyo Hard, Stephen versus James. And 20,000 Leagues Hard, Gary versus Andy.
You wish. Well, good luck, guys, and all this that's going on
All
this
right.
week.
And
Happy-
the back to the other, I don't have it up on the screen, but it is Richard versus Paul M. Stewie versus Princess Bankshot, and John versus Geo. The winners of those will go into the triple threat final on
Good luck to
Wow.
all. Good luck
the
to all of you.
show.
And now, before we move on to the questions, I think Dawn might need a quick catch up on the chat. There seems to be quite a lot of
Oh
messages.
my,
before
it
we...
is busy in here. Okay. So let's see. We started out at, why is this not going up? There it is. So at the very beginning, before we
no.
even started, I had our first live question, and it says,
Sure.
Nate, did you, and this is from Gamer Panda,
Mhm.
did you get to help judge the video entries for the Coconut Movies Awards that just passed? And if so,
Yes.
which entry was your personal favorite?
Oh my
Which
goodness,
one?
yes, I did. First of all, I really loved that contest idea. I'm a big movie buff, like huge movie guy. So like getting to see people like unique films made using the technology we have in the game, the sets that we have, and everything on Hollywood was really exciting. My favorite, I forget their names were, but it was like a nature documentary
Oh,
shot style. I forget without looking at them without having the sheet to reference. I forget the names of them, and I want to give them the credit, so I apologize for that. But it was one that was like a nature documentary that really, I'm a big documentary person too, so getting
Yeah,
sucked
me
in on
too.
that was huge for me. So I loved that.
oh,
Yes.
that's cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Yeah.
else we got up here. We have Gargarbot is representing. He adjusted his nonsense chip accordingly.
Huge.
Kathy, Kathy Katie, good luck crew from Great Seer and For Fun. Looking forward to the show. Gargarbot, Parody, and my little nephew had a blast making the video for the competition. The robot in the video wasn't actually me. Gargarbot, are there any new features? I guess this was another question. Are there any new features coming to make movies in your worlds?
Oh, good question. So the CocoVision camera is really unique in the sense that we are partnered with Live to make it a reality. So it's not something that it's not a tool that we developed from scratch and then implemented into their game as well. We've partnered with them. So we work with them really closely whenever they have updates or minor changes that they want to make, so that way we can implement it on our side. So as long as they keep updating and keeping things in motion on their side, we will probably keep updating on our side too.
Excellent.
Very exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see,
It's really,
what
I
else?
love the tech. I just think it's real. When we implemented that with, I believe it was Crystal Layer last year, I just was blown away, like how the functionality of it worked. I think it's super cool.
Yeah,
So I'm excited to
is.
see where it goes too. Yeah.
Good.
Very nice. Let's
All
see.
right.
Okay.
Before we
Well, I
do
haven't.
much,
You want me to keep going, or you want to go on
I
with the
want you to
question
hold
that
on
we have?
just a second. So I'm sorry,
Okay.
guys. I did have to adjust the camera because when we first came in, I could hear Tricky on multiple things. So I forgot that I had left his mic off. So I did pick up the headset to fix that issue. And we will post out what was not read aloud later because we do not have time to reread. All right, keep going.
Oh, you were muted.
Give you one more, and then I am going forward with the loaded
Go on,
questions.
Dawn.
Sure, sure.
Okay, let's see. One more question for Nate from
Mhm.
MOBA. Will we ever get a course where level par is a very good score? Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you never know. That with all these, you're going to see a common theme with questions, like about what's coming in the future. Yeah, yeah, it will be maybe we'll see. You'll never know kind of answers. But yeah, this I definitely get I definitely get what we're going for. Maybe you never. We'll just have to wait and see. We have a lot of courses, a lot of course ideas in the minds that I'm excited to come out in the next couple of years. So we'll see.
Nice.
So are we.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Now we are going to fire at you the questions that we have locked and loaded to go. So here we go.
Sure.
First one is from Linnybod, and she says, where did the name Mighty Coconut come from and why?
Okay, so like I can't remember if this was on camera or not, if it was just while we were getting set up. So I actually
It was
haven't
set up.
been with Mighty Coconut since its inception. I've been with the company about a year and a half ago so far. From my understanding, and if anyone is watching, they could correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, the name spurs from an animation idea that our creator Lucas Martel had that ended up turning into a show that was for YouTube Red back in the day, where we got to have anthropomorphic coconuts as an animated series. So I believe that it revolves around the origins of the name somehow, but I'm sure there's more specific details that I don't have off the top of my head right now as not a founding member of the company. But
That's
Okay,
really good
that's
answer,
good
though.
then. Yeah.
yes, yeah, that's
Absolutely.
etymology at least. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have a question in from Classy, who likes to see how much I can read on the screen. From Classy. First of all, way to go, Stewie. You got a real life coconut on the podcast. Nate, how were you selected as the one to come on the show? Did you volunteer? Did you draw the short straw? Thanks, Classy. Did you watch episode 14, my personal favorite, because he was on it?
I
And
haven't,
say
yeah.
clearly anyone can do this, so why not?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I mean, we're all fairly involved with the community, obviously. So
Yes.
you saw back in January, not too long after we released Tiki, that we had some changes that came with the company, which involved a few people unfortunately departing. As a result of that, my title didn't change, but I gained some new responsibilities in like the marketing and communications department. So I ended up picking up a lot more of that, of which our community manager, Sarah, reached out to me that Stewie had been reaching out to her about getting somebody on the podcast, and it was just a matter of timing and stuff like that. And I was like, I checked it out, and I was like, this seems interesting. Why don't I give it a go? And so I just decided, without asking anybody else, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I feel like it's fun. I want to give it a
Yeah.
shot. So I decided to do it for myself and getting prepped for the show and stuff. I didn't watch 14, I don't believe, but I did watch an episode of the show to get
Oh,
to get
classy.
prepped.
What are you going to say about that?
Well, that's the only show that was low on ratings. That's all I'm going to say.
Very good, very good. But yeah, I'm
And
excited to be here.
now-
I appreciate the invite, by the way. It's very fun. So thank you for
Yeah,
having
it's
me.
good to have you here.
Awesome.
It
Yeah.
is. All right. We have a question in from Audrey. How far in advance do you guys start working on the courses? I'm sure a lot of thought goes into the design, and I love how it is thought out and love to look around and find items that really add to the feel of the theme. Is there some main people in charge of what is chosen, or is it more of a brainstorm session?
Okay, I'll take this one in chunks because there's a couple of really good questions baked in there. How far in advance do we start working on courses? Kind of depends on what you mean by work. If you mean like getting in and actually like programming, level designing, that's different than inception. But for example, right now we just announced a couple days ago that our next course is going to be Blockhaven, which is our 40th course. And I can tell you for sure that we already have plans for our 50th course. So we're well in advance. Probably about a year and a half is when we start like getting concepts down, and then work begins sporadically over time. We're also working on multiple courses at once in various stages of development too. So some are being programmed from the ground up and level designed, while some are being fine tuned and QA adjustments are being made and things like that when they're getting closer to being released. So I would say on average, though, about 1.5 years is when we start really with a new course.
Wow.
There was another part of that question that I want to make sure I hit, which is the second part. Could you reread that one for me?
Absolutely. So I'm sure a lot of thought goes into the design, and I love how it is thought out, and love to look around and find items that they really add to the feel of the theme.
Yes, yeah. That is a really one of my favorite parts about working for this company is that it's not just, like one person has an idea and then we just have to like kind of go with whatever idea that person came up with. It's not like Lucas is like, here's our course, we're doing this, everyone get on board. It doesn't work that way at this company. This company is very collaborative. So like when we have course ideas and designs and we have enough enthusiasm amongst the team at large to make that a reality, we then start programming and leveling it, and eventually like it just kind of naturally happens. There's like 1, 2, 3 people who become kind of like what we call champions of each course. Like this was like their baby. They put a lot of time into this one specifically. And that changes course to course. It's never the same people. It's never, it's never the same one person who's getting in all of their ideas as opposed to somebody else. It just changes. For example, Alice in Wonderland at the end of last year that we released was a big brainchild of our art director, Don Carson, who had previously worked for Disney. So like there's a lot of like synergy there and a lot of enthusiasm on Don's part to get that made. But for example, our lead level designer Henning has been a big proponent in getting Blockhaven to where it is, and I'm excited for people to see that as well. So yeah, just kind of depends course to course. Yeah.
Well, I think if you stuck to the same person being in charge of the decisions on every course, they'd all become like one course, wouldn't they? They'd all be
Yeah. There wouldn't be a lot of variance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
very
good
true.
way of doing it. Yeah.
That's definitely true.
We have another question in from Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf says, Nate, what has been your favorite course to work on? Do you get to work on courses?
Okay, well, it depends. Yes, but not in the traditional sense that I'm like in their program. I have no programming or coding knowledge whatsoever. I guess I should have started at this with the top. So yeah, my name is Nate, by the way, and my job title is communications lead. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. So my job title is communications lead, which means that I work on like talking about marketing and otherwise, writing anything that is related to the game. So yes, I get to work on every course, obviously. And the first course I got to work on has probably been my favorite thus far, which is a Holiday Hideaway. I'm a big Christmas person. I joined like right in the middle of us getting ready to like up the launch and like getting it marketed out and everything like that. And that combined with, we really wanted to, I made a really big push for like that surprise and delight element of like not realizing that you're like a shrunken down toy size version in this Christmas world. I really enjoyed that. So that one was probably my favorite. And then my next one though is right where we're standing actually. I really love Raptor Cliffs. I
like Raptor Cliffs
a lot. Yeah. I'm a big summer vibes person. Like this just resonates with me as like a big, I camped a lot when I was younger, so like this resonated with me a lot. And I remember seeing that hole when we were first designing it. The pterodactyl, hang gliding overhang hole. Oh and I saw I like it took my breath away. Something about that hole. I was like, I didn't know this was something we were capable of, and this is just it blew my mind. So yeah, this
it's a very difficult course.
I was saying,
yes, it is.
When you designed, did you think this would be the hardest course I think you've got out there? Everyone used to say Seagull Stacks was the hardest course.
Honestly, no. I did not anticipate that part. When I had joined the company, so like I said, I started working on Holiday Hideaway. It was right off the heels of 8-Bit Layer as well, and I was like. 8-Bit Layer seems like impossibly difficult to me. Like it just seems so hard. So I kind of thought that one resonated in my head as the hardest one. But then we did this whole course knockout championship recently in our official server, and Raptor Cliffs hard ended up being the hardest hard course elected by the people. And then I was just like, you know what? That really is hard. Like just playing through it is so difficult. But it's so fun. It's just so much fun.
Yeah,
so I can't fault. Yeah.
It is.
Quick question for you. This didn't get
Yeah.
in there, but since you mentioned the holiday hideaway, somebody asked, do you know what is in your present with the name Nate on it? Do you know, like, what do you think is in there?
Now, okay,
And
I
can't
have to
remember who
fess
asked
up.
this.
I have to fess up. I have to fess up, which is that was the first course I worked on. Obviously, because it was like 6-7 weeks before it came out is when I joined. Most of the course was already designed, and there is another Nate on the team. So that box is actually his. It's not
It's
mine.
not yours.
But we both
We did all
get
wonder
along great.
that.
We get along great, and we kind of decided we would mutually share it
Oh, that's
as
nice.
a thing. As of what I would imagine, well, I'm gonna have to answer as what I would imagine is in it, which is for me probably some kind of like retro game that I've been hunting for a while. I'm a big retro game collector too, so it'd probably be something like some NES title that's obscure and expensive or something like that. That's what I would want under the tree. So
All right, we have a question in from Yankee Dude. Question for Nate. Well, you've already he already answered this one for us, but we're gonna say it out real quick anyways. How long
Sure.
have you been working for Mighty Coconut?
Yeah, about a
Quick
year and a half.
answer.
Yeah, about a year and a half, all in the same title. But like I said, my responsibilities have kind of evolved over time as well. So
Nice. All right. And from Nasty Housewife, question: Do they take trick shots into consideration when building the courses, or are they just happy accidents that the community finds?
okay,
Can't be.
this is a really good one because it's a mixture of the two. I would say
Okay.
sometimes we develop when the developers are programming and creating a hole, they will be like, okay, this is how we expect people will start to exploit this hole and kind of get that trick shot underway, and then we release it, and then inevitably something happens that is way beyond what we had anticipated, and it is a wild coincidence. So yes and no. We try to anticipate what we can, but the creativity of our players knows no bounds. So
Can I just expand
yeah.
on that a little
Whack
bit then?
around.
So
Yeah, please.
obviously on the grass or the carpet that we got down below us now, there's lots of dots and smudges and things that look like
Right.
other stuff. Are
Mhm.
they purposely put there? Some of the dots and smudges and frog-looking things and
Bunnies running and
Yeah. Well, okay. So as for the dots, I feel I don't know this definitively as a for sure, but I feel like in meetings and things like that, we have discussed them as like guidance points for people to help line up things a little bit better.
okay.
I don't believe it's necessarily for trick shots, just for people to try to have a more visual pinpoint of where they want to direct their ball to go to.
Okay.
So I don't think there's like a ton of considerations put into them when they place them, but I do believe they're just like gentle guidelines essentially.
So,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
just to expand even further, then, are you planning a course with no dots or guidance points?
Yeah, dot world is coming. No, yeah.
No dot
All
world.
dots, nothing else. Yeah. No. Nothing beyond the normal, I would say.
All
Oh,
right.
that's a shame.
Yeah, these guys really want ones with no dots on them. They want
Yeah.
like a solid green to
An
drive
oops all
us
dot.
dot
Yeah.
people nuts.
I use feel and stuff like that. Other people use dots and smudges and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
when we kick off the whole guide later today, I'd like to point out that he was pointing at a smudge while we were teaching.
I actually was
Just
on this
saying.
course, yes.
All right.
Oh, very good, very good.
In from Raccoon Whisker. Does MC collect static on our on our
Statistics, sure.
on our actual game playing after release? As many of us noticed that a trick shot we play no longer works, resulting in our favorite phrase, "They must have changed something."
Okay. That one's also a little bit two-sided. Do we collect statistics? Generally, yes, of course. We want to see like things like what courses people are playing, how many holes are completed on average, how many lost balls are collected, things of that nature, right? That's all very important data for us to see, like what is working in terms of gameplay and keeping people interested. Almost never do we go back and update a course to remove a trick shot. The only reason we would ever do that is if somehow it has broken the gameplay entirely. Like a ball falls off and falls endlessly or something like that, or what have you. That being said, do we make like physics changes occasionally as well to make things like run and operate smoother? Sure, yeah, of course we do, but that's not with the design intent to remove trick shot options or anything like that. It's to smooth the overall gameplay experience for our average player. So, but yeah, we never.
Again,
I cannot
like to
think of, at
expand on
least
that
since
one
I
again.
started. Yeah,
was
right.
gonna
I
say-
cannot think of a time, at least since I started, where we were like, oh, we got to get rid of that trick shot. We got to yank that out. Unless it like completely, unless it completely broke the experience for the average player. Yeah.
I don't think there's a questioning, because obviously I've read through all the questions, but every time you bring a new oh no, hang
Yes,
on.
it
I think
is.
Krys
This is
has got
my
this in.
question.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You
I'll-
know
I'll
what?
say
How would
nothing.
I find pick it up now because we're already on this
Sure.
subject?
The
Yeah.
suspense will kill
So-
them. So yeah, we
I'm
got it.
gonna read it
Killing
out. And I'm
me.
sorry to the watchers because I moved the camera.
Alexa,
The
lights
words
on.
are blocking us. I'll remove them as soon as read. So when a new course release happens, there are shots that tend to change on some of the other maps. There has always been a debate about whether Mighty is going back and taking a trick shot away from a certain hole and this is what I think happens. Is this simply happening because of a program needed for the ball mechanics on a new course changes the physics of the ball just enough to affect some shots on some of the other maps?
Yeah, I think it's closer. It's definitely closer to the latter than it is the former. It's more, like I said, we're not going back in. We have no interest in like going back in and removing trick shots. Like, we think they're incredibly cool. We love seeing the videos. We have no desire. I think it only helps our game, to be honest, to have trick shots that reside in the game.
Definitely.
But however, I think that's what the latter half of what you said is an interesting highlight, which is that the more courses we add, the more unique mechanics and things like that we get to see how they interact with the ball, and what have you, can make minor changes that I would imagine alter your previous ways that those trick shots might be executed. So, but yeah, never with the intent that we're like, nah, boo, trick shots. We want traditional golf experience or
Look,
something.
even
No,
even some
we're
of the
all about
real
having fun here.
shots.
Yeah.
Even from the real
Yeah,
shots. So
sometimes.
17 on Labyrinth used
Yes.
to act on the hard course one way where you could get it to kind of go down on the a little bit easier. Now you used to be able to get it without it changing direction first, as long as you got on like low enough on that first step, it would turn automatically even if it was straight on, and now it doesn't. But that happened after the upside was put in, so it seemed to have changed after, and it never came back. So kind of that's where I was hitting on with that. Because of something like
I
that.
think that happens decently.
And that was a regular
often.
shot too. Yeah, it wasn't a trick shot.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Alright.
stuff like that will happen as we make adjustments to the gameplay and physics for sure over time. So yeah, that will happen.
All right, we have a
very
question
interesting.
in from the one, the only Zanetti.
Zanetti.
In some situations in this game, the ball gets teleported. To give some examples, 20K easy hole 4, MEL Wolf hard 7. Could you tell us if this is random or if the direction or pace into the pipe or the hole matters in the outcome? This has been a huge debate too, let me tell you.
Yes. So I'm gonna caveat this again. Well, I'm a comms person, so like I'm not a programmer or anything like that. So I don't have like a huge definitive answer. But from my understanding, it is not as random. It is a bit more scripted. I think it's like as you get in, it is supposed to. We have in mind that the ball is going to go one place once you get it into the teleporter. That way, it's not completely random and completely frustrating from the player experience that it could just go anywhere.
Because I think what Zanetti was getting at there is like all 4 on 20K.
It will sometimes dunk in
Sometimes
the
go
hole.
into hole. But,
I
but
think
9 times out of 10 it misses. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think there is always going to be like another one that pops up into my head is the number escapes me, but in Tokyo within the Kawaii Cafe where you try to where you're getting the ball into the donut to get the secret hole in one there.
Oh,
Is
yes,
it
yes,
14? 14 maybe.
Yes.
Something like
I
that.
think so.
Yeah, like there are some like we have it in mind that it's like you get it into the donut hole, you should be getting your hole in one. That is the
Yes.
goal. But sometimes there's unintended consequences of the that we we hadn't anticipated, and that's when we might go in and be like, oh, and this we're going to program this to make it function more like what we had in mind. That's the
okay.
kind of
Yeah.
things we will make adjustments to, and a lot of that comes from feedback, by the way. So like if you ever see stuff like that, the more you like send in a ticket or like on our support website or go in the Discord and mention it or what have you, the more we can get eyes on it, the more we can get testers on it, and the more adjustments.
Let's talk
I
about
just-
9 on 80 days hard then, because that stuff used to go in all the time.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
just
So
like-
something happened. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I like it missing, especially I like it missing especially when it's Tricky or Chris, because they get so wound up when it misses.
Just you know what,
Yeah.
Stewie, bite us.
But yeah, so if you ever see anything like that, please report it. That way we can take a look at it as well. The more
Awesome.
guidance we can with helping people point us towards things that we need to adjust, the better. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, Tricky.
Yeah.
This is that name that I was having a lot of issues with. You want to go for it?
Oh, I can't remember what it even was. I haven't got it up on the screen.
Fantastic. All right.
Yeah, the
Defibrillators.
Yeah, that one.
defibrillators or something, yeah.
All right.
Ah,
So
okay.
there's 2 questions here. One is, how often does the development team laugh with mechanical joy when they finish a really hard course? And then I'll start the next question.
yeah. There is always some enthusiasm. We like for example, this course being as hard as it was caught me individually by surprise. But I am sure there were plenty of developers who are like, yeah, this one's going to be on the tougher side, and they get a little bit of joy out of that, I'm sure. But yeah. So yeah,
Nice.
there is some diabolicalness in there, I bet. But mostly we're just happy to get the course out at all, to be honest. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Second question from him is, for players who play sitting down, we putt backwards. There is no
Sure.
setting to have us automatically be positioned behind the ball on the tee box. What needs to happen to remedy that? So, I know
Well, there you go.
this
I
comes
mean,
up a
we
lot.
kind of touched upon it with the last one. Yeah, more that now this is on my radar. This is something I can report in as a feedback point, and we can see if we can get that adjusted. Obviously, there's no timeline or promises or anything like
Right.
that. But the more stuff like that, the more little things that we can turn our attention to, the more we're able to get stuff like that remedied. So yeah.
Can we get a level where I can play lead down?
we have somebody in the community that does that, actually.
Really? Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
We
Yeah,
do.
she plays
Yeah,
lying
we
there.
This
do.
community, man, it knows no bounds. The level of creativity and talent within this community is
As long as
unreal.
they can play the game,
Unreal.
they're happy.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yes,
John,
yeah,
would you
exactly.
like to, before I go on with the Earthlings question next, would you like to butt in with anything from the live?
Actually,
If
I
not, I'll
would,
keep
because
going.
he just used a word that's literally on one of these questions. From
Oh, okay.
Bot, he has a question. He says, have you ever considered a third diabolical difficulty for the existing courses?
Oh, interesting.
Extreme.
We've been talking
It
about
was
this.
extreme.
We've been talking
Interesting.
about this for about 2
I can't
years. yeah.
say. Nothing to my knowledge has come up like this. I would imagine that would be really difficult, like especially since we now have 40 courses. So like if we had to go back and update and make 40 new versions that are even harder than the previous hard versions, that would probably be a big lift for us. But
Don't touch this
We're
one.
okay with that. You can go for it.
oh, okay.
No,
Well, thank you.
no,
Thank you for
come on
mentioning.
now.
Yeah, we were
No,
just
no, but-
waiting.
No, because people have actually said they would pay good money for an extreme course and
Sure.
every course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even more than we're paying now. So
Mhm.
there's an
Yeah.
incentive.
Yeah. Potentially, yeah. Again, you never know. We're just gonna have to kind of wait and see where the landscape
Right.
takes us. But I do like the idea of further expanding that knowledge for our
Mhm.
more talented
I
players.
can hear
Yes.
the griping from here, and it hasn't even been done yet. Okay, let's take it. So from Gamer Panda says, I hope in in that 50 somewhere there's a Muppet course.
Hey, you
Oh,
have
my
your
goodness.
question in. It will come up in a bit, Gamer Panda.
Yes.
We're moving
Oh
on.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Alyssa
Oh my God.
says, no one-
I'll address. Oh, I was gonna say I will address that one specifically, which is that because a lot of people think because we have
We
a
have
relationship with
full-
Jim Henson, because we did Dark Crystal and Labyrinth,
Yes.
that the Muppets would be easy. The Muppets are still very complicated because they're actually owned by Disney and not by Jim Henson
Oh wow.
in terms of
Okay.
marketing purposes. And Disney is a conglomerate that we can't afford really, so we can't afford to license. So
I can't
Maybe
imagine
Uh,
why.
extreme course.
yeah, your Muppets, your Star Wars, your Marvel courses, I would love them too. Trust me, I'm a huge Star Wars and Marvel person, but
You make
they're
me
expensive.
extreme, and the community will pay for that.
We'll pay for it. Okay, got it.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
We
I
will
got another
skip
one.
his question later then. Gamer Panda.
Oh my
Go on,
goodness.
Doc.
I've
Anything else,
got
Dawn?
Alyssa says no one believes my theory that you can dial up the difficulty of courses. Please set them straight. I think he just did. I don't think that he
Yeah,
did, but-
I don't think you can. Well, yeah, that is yeah. Nope, I don't think so. I'm gonna have to debunk that one. Yeah.
All right. Do we want to go ahead
Okay,
one
you wanna-
more?
well, no,
Yeah,
go ahead and I'll fit him in a little bit. Go ahead.
sounds
Sorry.
good. All right.
great.
From Shovel Shot Earthling. And if you don't know why we're calling him that, we have a video for you to watch later. All right. So
Okay.
out of all the courses, is there one that had a lot more time and resources put into it than the rest? And was there ever a course that was in the making for some reason never got finished?
Good
Interesting.
question.
Yeah. Okay. So to answer that, any course that has like a brand new mechanic that we haven't seen. So Alice in Wonderland with the shrinking and growing, Crystal Lair to a smaller extent with the magnetism and stuff like that. Those will take generally a lot more time, and especially a lot more time on the QA and testing front, because we want to make sure that everything works the way it's designed to. So I know those courses, those more mechanical heavy ones, tend to take us a little bit longer to fine tune, which is why you might notice oftentimes when we have courses like that, they're towards the end of the year. That way we have time to make sure that they're comfortable and set up, because they take us a little bit more time. The second part of that question was, if we have worked on a course that we haven't like finished or haven't released or anything like that. There are a few courses that we have like concepted out, or for example, licenses that we've explored that haven't panned out for a number of reasons. We can't really go into any specifics or anything like that in that regard. But there are a number of things that either we have ideas for and we haven't built yet, or we've had licenses that we've explored and like have some interest but have fallen through for a variety of reasons. But another reason why we don't talk specifically about those is that maybe there is a realm that they end up getting released. We just have to kind of wait and see how things play out. Yeah.
So can I just expand? Can I just expand on that and jump on one of your answers there? When you made your latest announcement that you were going to make 5 courses a year, cut down to 5 courses a year.
Yeah, 6 courses a year. Yeah.
6 years. I'm going to say, well,
Yeah.
we're only 4 months in, and you've already released 3 courses this year.
Yeah, that's right.
Does that mean you've got
Is
some
there
new
a big
stuff
one
coming
coming?
out? Yeah, there's a big one coming that is taking more time.
Maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to see. You're not going to get me
a
to.
little bit there.
You're not going to get me to leak anything. I don't want to get in
We
trouble.
know.
So,
He's like, I want my job.
especially as the comms guy, that would be really bad. That would not go super well. But yeah, we have.
That's my job. I've got to try.
Yeah. I will say. So we when we made that announcement, like I said, we were doing 7 courses previous year, roughly every year.
Yeah.
Cut it down. We cut it down to 6 to just give us a little bit more breathing room and time. But in addition to that, we have something special that is coming that is different, and I will leave it at that. This year it'll come. So be on the lookout.
Surprise,
Be on the
people.
lookout.
So
Yes.
can I ask you now then, if you've got something special coming later in the year, would you like to come on the podcast and release it on the podcast?
Release it on the podcast. I don't know if we can do a stealth drop, an exclusive drop, but I'd be happy to come back and talk about it for sure. Yeah.
It's an exclusive on the podcast is what I'm asking.
Yeah. I would be
Keep
happy to
asking,
come
it's
back and
not
talk
coming.
about it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, but yeah,
we'd
there's
love
a
to have
lot
you
to do.
back for that.
Sure, absolutely.
Awesome.
Would love-
All right.
Mhm.
We are going to move on to, I believe this is Mao I always
Meow.
so
Mao.
yeah.
It's just Mao.
I love to mess up names all the time. How do you
Quantify.
quantify hole difficulty? Is there a dedicated design or analytics process behind it? And do you rely on strategical data scoring, distributions, and angle, power, tolerance
Yes, for sure, all of that comes
calibrate
into
it?
play. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure, all of that comes into play. Yeah, it's not just like we're not just eyeballing and be like, yeah, that feels like a 3 or that feels like a 4 or 5. Some of them are more obvious, right? Like I'm thinking about this hole that's like right in front of us, this long rapids hole,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like that one, instinctively you have a sense of like, that's probably at least a 4, right? Like it's going to be, some of them are really natively easy to just eyeball, but like we take into account, things like, how wide a course is, how long a course is, the angles, the geometry that's available. If like the hole that we're standing at right now, having this hole, the other method of like getting the ball into the inner tube and into the hole versus taking the long way around, like how many strokes is that going to take
Right.
on average for their average player? And we try to kind of keep everything towards the mean, so that way anyone who's playing might feel that any hole is accomplishable at the par level. So
Do you know
all
how
of
many
that
people gripe
place.
over your part twos? Just wondering.
yeah. Part two,
Oh, yeah.
part two. So like you'll notice that part twos are pretty exclusively a hard mode thing. We don't have a lot of part twos. Maybe some of our older legacy courses might have a part two on the easy mode. But yeah, that is very specifically something that is for our hard mode, so that the people who are wanting that challenge can have it. But yeah, we
So
try
can
to
I-
do
you look
that.
up, Nate,
Can I
if you look
explain?
up to your right hand side and see that dinosaur up there,
Yeah.
that should be a par 6.
Yeah, trust me. When we were testing this one, I was like, "Oh my god, how do you?" I couldn't get it right. Yeah,
Here's a
it's
question for you
difficult.
that gets asked every time a new course comes out,
Mhm.
and we talk about it on here. We believe that all 16, 17, 18, a bit like cherry blossom, are
Mhm.
the harder stalls. But recently,
Yeah,
they're not
cherry
the harder
blossom 18.
stalls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
recently the 17 and 18s are.
18 have been
Yeah.
the easiest stalls, and we would believe that the
Interesting.
harder stalls should be the
Yeah,
last two.
So I think that's interesting, because I think sometimes it just depends on the course. What we try to do with our ending holes, especially hole 18, is that we want it to be like a capstone hole, not necessarily in the sense that it's always the most difficult, but that it encapsulates what the course's theme is, or what the story of it is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, like, for example, with Tiki, like ending in that cauldron, it's kind of like the idea that, like, oh, maybe we're being cooked and like we're the dinner, something like that.
Yeah.
I said that.
So that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
real thing. We thought they were like, I've been
Yeah.
Tricky's like,
yeah.
I think they're here to
Yeah.
eat us. Is that real?
It's-
Damn it.
The reason
That's a little questionable. We'll put it that way. So.
the reason I ask it is because we play in a lot of leagues and a lot of competitions, and and it can be decided on the 18th hole.
Yeah, right.
And that's it.
Mhm.
And so the order is like this course we're on now. It is a tough 18.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
can
it
get
is.
it 2, something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it can make a big difference. And so we
Yeah. So
just think it-
basically, if you're playing
Absolutely.
stroke
Yes.
play in a competition and you're 3, 4 shots behind, you've got 16, 17, 18 coming up where you've got a chance to get
Mhm.
back at them, to take
At
the
least
trick
on
shot or the
some of
harder shot to try
Yeah.
to get back at them. But all the newer courses, they seem to be the easiest holes.
Yeah, and I think I don't think that is an intentional choice on our part to be like, all right, well, let's make the end easy. But I think sometimes, because one thing that we think about all the time when we develop courses is the environmental storytelling aspect, because that it resonates a
Yeah.
lot with our player base. And I think
Yeah.
hole 18, we always try to keep it as like the climactic point of whatever the story it is that we're trying to tell. And sometimes that means that it might end up being easier because we are trying to lead you to that story point. I
Mhm.
don't think that is something that we're going to intentionally do all the time. It would not surprise me if we release a new course that has a hole 18 that it does both of that and is simultaneously difficult. It would not surprise me.
Good. Good.
But I think, but I don't disagree that I think the courses we put out lately are more storytelling, less difficult for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
the next question is actually Spicy's question. Would you like to read your own question out, Spicy?
Oh, sure, why not? So, have excuse me, sorry, have the designs or plans for courses been changed or influenced by the way the community plays the game?
Ooh, that is a wonderful question.
Oh, don't say that to her.
don't need the ego boost any further. Yeah. I would say yes. I wouldn't say in like hugely significant ways. We haven't been like, oh, we need to like completely rework this because this isn't how the audience is resonating with it. But I think in small but impactful ways for sure. Yeah. We'll see that, if we introduce a new mechanic that maybe is like not as popular as other ones, we might, try
Ice
to
cubes.
either figure out a way to rework that slightly in a new course that might revisit it, or maybe that it's so unpopular that we won't want to steer clear from it, for example. Not that
Mhm.
that's happened really yet, but like we take a lot of look at feedback and a lot of look at performance data to see if there are adjustments that we can make when developing a new course that will make it more
Nice.
satisfying for the average person.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And
There's
Spicy,
a
did you? Yeah, you had that
I was gonna
second
say
part
there's
on
a
there.
second half.
Oh,
Did the
great.
designers, yeah, sorry, did the
No,
designers
great.
intend for the game to be played this way, or were they surprised by it?
And
So,
by play this way, you mean what
well,
exactly?
the way that like half the time we don't follow the actual course. We'll just jump over this way or
Sure. Okay, so did we anticipate that? Yes and no. I think we wanted this to be a really great social experience. And when that comes, that means that people will natively try to do things that are outside of the at least perceived confines. So I think we anticipated people getting really creative and trying to figure out ways. The specific ways in which they get creative is always a delightful surprise to us, actually.
Mhm.
We anticipate, we try, we plan for things, that we think might be of interest, but the true creativity comes from the players really and how they interact with the course. For sure.
okay, cool.
Mhm.
All right, we're skipping that one because we already did it. So we have a question in from Musical ETV. Are we going to be seeing a way to save the most used rooms, like a favorite room list?
Oh, as in like a private room that you can just keep using
And
the
without
code for
having to type it in 20
without having
billion
to type it
times
in every
to come
time.
up. Yeah.
Ah,
Because at the
that's
moment
that's a great
you brought
feedback
up the
point.
friends list. You brought up the friends
Yes,
list.
yes.
Yeah.
So it would be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
similar kind of thing, I take it. So
Yeah. I think I mean I can't say definitively if the design team has something like that on their radar, but what I will say is that with the friends list and things like that, UI and those kinds of experiences are of great importance to us. Not only do we want the gameplay to be good and improve, but we want the user experience and the user interface to continue to improve and develop over time as well. So I don't have a definitive yes, we've looked at that or no, but I would not surprise me because UI and UX are something that is very top of mind for us. So yes.
Okay.
put the dashboard back how it was. Don't leave it as it is.
Yeah, sure.
That's their
Fair enough. Fair
choice.
enough.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have a question and then this last question, and then we're going to go to our break for the whole guide. We are sitting at 6:23. We are running this show later. We will be running overtime just so that everybody knows that is happening. We've already checked with Nate. So we are definitely going overtime on this one. This one's from Stewie. Stewie, do you want to ask your question? Would you like me to do it?
Yay.
We didn't rewrite this one mostly.
I put the question back. I put my glasses back on.
Mhm.
Obviously, you just had the release of the new course, but I asked, could a future update include? Oh, sorry, it's a different question. Could a future update include a foursome golf? Like trick, I wasn't sure if that was the correct term, so I asked.
Yeah, so
TrickyDicky.
foursomes in golf, obviously.
Where it's doubles, but you've only got one ball. So
Yeah.
you're taking alternate shots.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a wonderful idea. I don't know if that's something that we have on our radar necessarily to program, but I do think that is a really cool idea.
Yeah.
So
Can I
yeah,
just ask
definitely
the
put
question?
it
Are
in.
you
Yeah.
taking notes?
Yes. Well, the great part of actually, well, let me be honest. No, I'm not taking notes, but because the great part of that is I could just watch this back, right? I could just come back and
Absolutely.
watch it and get my notes.
There it is.
Get my notes
And
Minute
that
we
way.
golf
don't
So
watch the other 57. We go over a lot. Like we get a lot of seriously though. We get a
sure,
lot of
sure.
questions in from the community. We have a really good base. And now a lot of the community that we are hooked to, obviously, is the competitive community. But just
Naturally,
because
yes.
we're part of the competitive community doesn't mean that we don't like, the socialization. Like that's a lot into it as well.
Oh,
Yeah, of
But
course. I mean, we're
but we
here
do
because
have a
of the
lot of
socialization
info.
stuff.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we have a lot in there. So we are going to
Yeah.
go ahead and we're going to kick up this whole guide. This is for our obviously anybody, but the semi-pros and amateurs that are going to have a bit of hard time this weekend on Raptor Cliffs Hard. Tricky and I put together some holes for you on there. So we will be right back after this for more questions.
Okay, guys, here we are. Raptor Cliff Hard, hole 1. So there's a layup shot and there's a hole in one shot, but they're kind of the same shot. So if you look down here on the carpet, there's a smudge right here. Okay, and that's the smudge we're looking to go over. With the right pace, it will get you in the hole. With a harder pace, it will give you a layup. And there we go. I'll just show you again from this angle. So we're going to go over that smudge and drop it in. Let me just show you that smudge again. Okay, so here's the smudge right here. So as you can see, we go straight over the smudge and in she pops.
Alright guys, for this one here, I like to do it's a soft roll. I'm coming right down past that rock. Here we go. Not too much on it, just a little bit. And it's going to give us a roll over to here. Now this is for safe 3. This hole here can take out your score really quickly. So be careful. Now I moved it back to this other one because you can end up in either one of these with that roll. But this is what you want to do. We're going for 3 here. We're not doing anything, scary, nothing dangerous. We're just going to do a nice soft roll up over right towards that side. It's going to go through and you're looking at a safe 3. Alright guys, good luck. Try not to lose your stroke counts on this one. Guys, here we go. Hole 14. Now this one is towards the end of this here. Now if you hit too soft you will run into the rocks. But if you give it a little bit, come in and practice this one. If you give it some and you aim down there, you should be good to go.
Okay, Raptor Cliff Hard, hole 17. This one's pretty self-explanatory. So we're looking the lighter green line into the middle. With reasonable pace again, you don't want to hit it too soft. It'll give you a chance to bounce off the wood and take it up around. Okay, let's look at that again. Hit it a little harder. That was at the beginning, but it still made it. If you come too close to the edge, it generally doesn't jump. So, as you see there, it won't jump because you're missing the ramp. Too far up, you'll just throw it out. So we're looking for the center of this light green line. Again, we're looking probably about 60% of your power, which will take you over there nicely. Takes you by the hole. Nice simple tap in. Tricky takes a 2.
Alright guys, here we are. This one. You can do a lot of risky things here, but if you want to keep what stroke count you managed to keep throughout this entire extremely hard course, I suggest laying it up. Not too hard, but just a bit of rolling around. Now, you can risk and go for getting up there on your second shot, but you just made it through this really hard course. Why risk losing it? Well, that's up to you. Let's see the lines. Here we go. I did put this up in one shot from here. I'll go ahead and hit replay. If you're going to do it, you need to stay to the right. You need to be careful about landing on that. And hope that you have enough on it so that it does not roll back down towards you, because it can go into a lot of very unpleasant places if that happens. Now, the other thing that you could do here would be to just walk it up. This is a par 5. 1, 2, 3, in for 4. You're getting fireworks. You got a birdie, and you staved your score.
Welcome back, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed that guide, because nobody else can understand what Tricky's going on about. Hit this spot here, hit that spot there.
That smudge thingy you just hit there.
That smudge thing, you just hit there. Or you could do the Krys way and just get lucky.
That's it, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Competitive on and off the course, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You should see what we're normally like at the beginning of the podcast. Behind the scenes, we were mild with you coming in.
Yeah, we toned it down considerably.
Wow, best behavior. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Anyway, back on.
Dawn,
we're
you
gonna
got
go
something
to-
for
I
us?
think we're going to go to Dawn. Yeah, go on, Dawn.
Yeah.
I do. So let's see what I have here. Gamer Panda asked, in the future, if ideas for new courses dry up, would you consider doing sequels to present courses? I'd love to see
Ooh.
Gardens Part 2 or Around the World Part 2. Those are interesting ideas.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just another version of the extreme course, then, isn't it?
Yeah, in a way, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we've kind of tossed around as potential ideas in that same vein, either sequel courses, or even like we've done a couple of remasters of older courses, but we haven't done a lot. So that is something that we have like in the back of our minds, nothing that we're like formally announcing or actively working on necessarily, but that is an option. That I will say though, we have no shortage of original ideas either. So we are still
Good,
trucking along
good.
quite a bit there
Who was
too.
that from?
So.
Who was that from? Dawn Panda Garden.
That was from
That's
Gamer,
actually
Gamer Panda.
which is actually
Gamer
that's
Panda.
Gary Rules.
Send me a message. You want to be a guest
It's
on
Gary
it? You could be an
Rules.
interesting guest.
Oh,
Is who?
Mhm.
He
Gary?
is. He's been here.
Who's been? I
That's
think he's
from
changed his
Only
name.
Fools and
He's changed his name.
Ah.
He's changed his name.
No, he
Okay,
hasn't.
Keep
next
changing
one is from Yankee. Yankee says, "Hi Nate, thanks for all that you do. Quick
Oh, thank
question:
you.
with communities like Chris's League and Classic growing the YouTube viewership, do you think WMG could eventually evolve into a true esports style league?"
Ooh, interesting.
Wow.
I do, yeah. I mean, I definitely agree that like all these leagues and things like that are definitely growing the competitive scene in really amazing ways. Like it's incredible to see. I would love to see us grow to that point where we can continue to evolve and get bigger and bigger on the competitive side of things as well. But potentially, yeah. I think it just kind of it depends on individual communities as well, like y'all's, that continue to like build and create content like this, or competitive content, or opportunities for people to engage in competitive play, and then just kind of seeing and evaluating where it goes. Yeah, I think that is something that we would just continue to keep an eye on, and then react to as
Yeah.
things change and the landscape changes.
Okay, so
Nice.
picking on what you just said, that you keep an eye on things. Do you keep an eye on the servers that are out there? Do you know like the bigger servers that are out there? Do you know who's playing in them and what's
Yeah,
going on?
I'm definitely aware of them. I will say for sure, our community manager Sarah, that is something that
Yeah.
she tracks a lot more closely than I would, because I just my responsibilities take me elsewhere as well. But she is very involved with the community, and also the people who are involved with our other communities outside of our main one as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those by our like tournament organizers and groups, and even like the ambassadors and stuff as well that we have.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally off the cuff question, but can I ask?
Uh-oh.
Do
No.
you know if there's any famous people, film stars, sports stars, that actually play this game?
Quite a few actually.
Can
Wow.
can you give me the contact details? Love to get on the show.
Contact. Honestly, I was hoping you could give me the contact details. I just know anecdotally mainly. For example, I'm a big comedy fan. I watch a lot of comedy. So if you're familiar with Ben Schwartz, he voices Sonic in the Sonic movies,
Yeah.
I've
stuff
heard of
like
him,
that, as well as does a lot of like incredible improv comedy things. He's I don't know if he's an active player necessarily, but he has played our game quite a bit. I'm quite familiar with that.
Oh, nice.
I know for a fact there are quite a few people. I don't know if I would consider the celebrity necessarily, but definitely impressive that work at Pixar that play our game regularly.
Wow.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. And we've even had some contacts and had them come do like seminars and stuff with our employees too, which has been really cool.
Excellent.
But yeah, those are like a lot of the notable
That's
ones that
very
come to mind. I'm
interesting.
sure there's plenty.
So
Yeah.
I think if you're watching this, even if you're watching back on YouTube, get in contact with me. I'd love to get you on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That'd
do
be a couple big
I'd
gets
like
there.
to point
Yeah.
out that Stewie
Mhm.
has now done his job for at least 5 seconds today.
Yeah.
That's an improvement. So I do want to apologize, guys. I said that question was from Yankee. Reading underneath this thing is not perfect. That was
Uh-huh.
actually from Classic Karma. So
Ah,
Thank you,
that
Classic
question
Karma.
was from Karma.
Karma.
And let me give
Mhm.
you Yankees real quick. His question was for Nate. I have recently found that you have a Twitch account. Why did you stop streaming, and will we be seeing it active again?
Oh,
He's
great question.
stalking you.
Yeah. So,
So
this,
he's a
that's
youth
quite all
member
right.
who's very enthusiastic in this.
And very good.
Oh, that's quite all right. I do indeed have a
It's really
Twitch
good.
channel. In addition to my working at Mighty Coconut and on Walkabout, I actually work on the side as well for an organization called Games Done Quick, which is they host speedrunning marathons to raise money for charity, and they're quite successful. We usually raise like $2 to $3 million per event
Oh,
for
wow.
charity.
Wow.
Nice.
And what I used to do when I streamed a lot is I would be speedrunning video games. I would be finding quite a few games that I enjoyed a lot, either as a kid or have picked up since, and learned the speedruns from them and just grind to get my times lower and lower. I stopped doing that mainly because my work picked up there, and my work got busier in my full-time job with my Walkabout as well. And still sometimes, like on vacations or when I have breaks or the studio's closed for the holidays or whatever, I might pick up and stream a couple times. But yeah, it's just the sheer busyness aspect
Come
of
and
it.
speedrun.
I still do
Come
like
and
doing it.
speedrun these courses.
Yeah, that I'm quite interested in. There's a decent we talked about
There
competitive
are.
play in terms of
Yes.
in terms of tournament and stuff, but there are quite a few people who are interested in speedrunning the courses, and
Yes,
Oh,
there are.
really?
active leaderboards
Just-
on speedrun.com as
Yeah.
well about
Just-
people getting ridiculous times. So
Just going off your side, just reminding me of something. You know when you go to your options and you've got forfeit all or observation mode, could you add another button? Board.
what is that one?
That would be for me. That would be for me.
We already have a trick. So you guys might call it observation around here, or forfeit. The forfeit button we call the tricky button. The observation mode is the Stewie button.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Yeah.
so-
Well, we'll put it in the little pipeline. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and kick up a question that we have in over here. So from Yankee, question for Nate. Since you play golf occasionally, what is your favorite course that you've played on?
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna answer this twofold because it says golf, so that also could imply that we are talking about regular golf, not mini golf.
Yes.
For quite a while before I worked in the game industry, I worked in hotel management, and I worked
Ooh.
at a golf resort in Florida that I loved. It was called the Villas of Grand Cypress, and they had these beautiful courses that were partially designed by Jack Nicklaus. And I loved it there. And as part, since I had employee privileges, I would try to, hit the driving range or hit the course whenever I could. And I loved it a lot. So I missed that quite a bit. In terms of mini golf, so where we're based, where we're based partially at least, which is in Austin, Texas. There are quite a few mini golf locations around here in person that either I like to frequent or like even we will frequent with the team because it makes sense. There's a great one that we play at called Holy Moly in this area, which is like more of like it's an indoor course, but it's also like a really nice like restaurant with really interesting food and a bar and stuff. So it's like a big social gathering aspect of it. There is actually a place really nearby that's like more of like a really like higher end semi quote unquote professional mini golf course that's called Pop Stroke that I have not yet checked out. It's like literally it's quite close to me, but I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm eager to. But yeah, no shortage of mini golf places around here. So
Nice.
Peter Pan Golf, I played a bunch. I also, because I lived in Orlando, I played a lot of like Disney area courses as well, which were also very fun. We had a Winter Wonderland course and a really, again, a nice like professional greens kind of course that the name escapes me at the moment, but it was really, really fun to play. Fantasia, I think it was what it's called. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Excellent.
pop up this question really quick just to double check that he didn't miss anything when he asked. So yeah, this was back with that whole question covered the Muppets. So we're gonna skip that one and head on over to Classy. Question for the team: is Nate going to see these questions beforehand, or is he going to have to think on his feet like your past guest? He, in fact, is the only guest that will ever get to see the questions. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and honestly, that is on that, it's a privilege for example. Thank you very much for doing that for me. But also, especially because I knew for a fact that some of these questions were going to be technical in nature, which is not my area of expertise. Like, so that would involve me doing some research and talking to some of my fellow coconuts and getting some knowledge that I might not have previously had. So I just wanted to be as prepared as I possibly could. Possibly be good for y'all too. So
Trust me,
that's right.
asking
had that
Classy what
same
day
thought on our
asking
side.
Classy what day it is very technical.
So we had answered him on the server, but Tricky we wanted to put this out there because normally that's what we do. We normally block our questions from the guests.
Makes sense.
We're cruel like that.
Sounds good.
But,
you know what? Next time, if I come back, you feel free to block them. I want to get the true guest
We're gonna block
experience.
'em.
So,
Okay.
there you go. There you go.
Right.
Challenge accepted.
Yes.
You met this group, right? That's a dangerous anyway.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know what I'm getting myself into. It's okay. It's okay.
All right. So we are going to pop up a question from Lynn. In my opinion, since Raptor, the hard course, have become really hard, which is a good thing, but I am imagining it, or have they been designing to be more challenging? So have you been designing the courses to be more challenging, I believe is the question behind that.
Yeah. I think it goes course by course. I think sometimes, for example, this isn't related to hard mode specifically, but just general course design. We'll think like, okay, this one is more of like a traditional play course. It doesn't have like unique mechanics or things that are really difficult. We want kind of like a more quintessential golf experience with a more rich story behind it. Sometimes we'll design a course with the mechanic in mind that we want it to be a little bit more challenging, that that way, it kind of caters to a different audience, but still something that the average person can enjoy and engage with. So I would say we're not on the whole like making hard mode courses harder with each development, but sometimes we might, and sometimes we might back off and be like, we've given them a lot of hard stuff lately. Let's back off a little bit and give it more of a traditional relaxed experience, for example.
Well, I think the hardest course you made out for us true like golfers, non-gimmicky, I think was what's it called, Tricky?
Mount Olympus.
Mount Olympus.
Oh yeah, Olympus.
What a
Olympus hardest.
great course.
Yeah.
Great course.
Yes.
Yep,
I'm a huge Greek myth guy, so when we were making that one, I was like, oh yes, this is right up my alley. But I agree that one is on hard is quite difficult. I also
It is a
struggle with
beautiful course. It is a beautiful course.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I
There's
think
no
for a
edge
lot
down.
of players out there, that's a proper what we call players course. There's no gimmicks in it. There's no this, there's no that.
Well,
You
except
hit
for
the
that
ball, you've got to get it in the
hole
hole.
two.
Well, yeah.
You know, the
Yeah,
planet,
yes,
Freaking
naturally.
hardcore
Yeah, the
hole
planet.
two can
Yeah.
Yeah, and
fight us.
the planets, yes, the black, the
Yeah.
black holes for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
That's why I need. That's why I need my board button.
That's right.
All right. We have a question. Oh, and here we go. So, Nasty Housewife, you're not my favorite person at the moment because I couldn't even get this any bigger to read it. Thanks. So, alternate shot would be a great one, as Stewie mentioned. Also, skins 4-ball, similar to the doubles format. So, he's asking about getting more modes in for different type of play would be fun, or even just a teams option that would simplify both stroke play and match play scoring. Other than alternate shot, though, you can still play these, just it requires extra steps to keep score one that would take a lot more coding and may not ever be implanted, but would be fun, is a par 2 mode where every hole that isn't already par 2 gets a T location, turning it into a par 2. You know what? The whole community just disliked you with that, Nasty. Anyway, not
Yeah.
sure how popular that would be, but I played it in real life and it gets very competitive and makes everyone into a way better long putters. I'm a
Yeah.
long putter. I love long putts and I'm good at them, but bite me, Nasty
Yeah,
housewife.
that
Oh,
was
don't
just
even.
Oh yeah, but within all that, there's a lot of like great suggestions about the things that we can implement as well to make the general experience a little bit more improved. I think there's a lot of good stuff in there, so thanks for that. But yeah, that would be honestly, I think that would be kind of fun as well. I do think that would. I do also agree that it would probably be a coding challenge for sure. But
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
but
Just tell
yeah,
the
would be
coders
really
to
really
step up.
interesting.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we were able to get closest putt out, which was a mode that I was
Yes.
excited for us to do. And yeah, I think it obviously it's not exactly the same thing, but it scratches a similar itch in my brain than what is being described there. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the sky's the limit.
Yes.
We'll see.
I still think.
Alright.
I still think foursomes, like one ball, two player, would be a good mode.
Yeah, that idea seemed really fun too. Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
much you can do. That's why I love mini golf. There's so many ways
Who thought
you
Oh,
can make
yeah.
this game so much fun.
Whose
Yeah.
idea was that, Tricky?
Oh, you know
That was
what?
yours.
How about you just let's skip giving him any. There goes his head. Anyway,
So when it's released, you just call it the Stewie foursome mode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that's an interesting name.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Interesting. Interesting. We might dodge that
another
one. Might dodge that one.
question. Yeah, we're just gonna move on. We have another question from Kalassi. Nate,
Mhm.
I'm looking for hope. So I'm hoping
Oh, boy.
you have some for me. Here we go. With
Mhm.
MC recently trimming down the staff and hearing there is some uncertainty with the future of meta and VR, what do you think the future of WMG looks like? And thank you for this game. And I hope y'all keep up the good work for a long, long time. So this community absolutely loves this game and Mighty and
Yes.
everything. So, but this
Mhm.
is worrying most of us.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that's perfectly reasonable because I think there's a lot of news out there about one VR studios being shuttered, left and right, losing funding from Meta or other places as well that make it so that they can't continue to develop their game. There's also concerns about VR as a whole, as a medium, and its popularity and whether or not it's stagnant or continuing to grow and things like that. So I think all of those are very reasonable. I can say with like pretty good certainty that the future of Walkabout, even despite the fact that we had to reduce a little bit as well, it's bright. Like we have a lot planned for the future. We have many courses in the pipeline that we're thinking about, things that expanding things, and kind of you might have seen it as well. On we kind of did this as an April Fool's joke that turned into kind of a real thing, but like we're also just looking at other game options as well, like like the Walkabout Dungeon Golf for April Fool's joke that we put out
I
as,
did see that.
as a thing. Yeah. So there are other options as well, whether it be continuing to develop Walkabout itself, or expanding the Walkabout universe as well. I think things are looking particularly
Can I
good
just
for
ask-
us.
Go
Mhm.
after you, Chris.
I was just gonna say, speaking of the whole April Fool's thing, quick,
Mhm.
was the puppet supposed to be an April Fool's joke that went away and we got to keep it? Because the puppet
Yes,
did come out
yes.
on April Fool's, and we
Yes,
still
yes, it
have
was.
it. They took it away briefly, and then
Mm,
I'm assuming we got it back because the whole community
People
whined.
loved it. Yes, people loved it. Now, to be candid as well, we thought we had considered that as an option. You know, we put it out and we're like, okay, we'll back off of it. And then if people are like really clamoring for it, why not make it a permanent edition? And that's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what happened.
These
So
guys did a whole podcast
yeah.
with that damn thing.
I love the puppet. I still use the puppet. Like most times I play, I'll dive under holes and then like put my puppet up at the hole to try to throw people off or something
Mount
like that.
Olympus, giant
Yeah.
mode with the puppet is
Oh, yeah.
freaking hilarious.
Yes, I love giant mode with the puppet. It's so fun. But
Can,
that is true. Yes.
can I ask a future question?
Sure.
Oh God.
D- Have you heard in the pipeline that there is going to be a Quest 4? And if so,
Uh,
are you
Honestly, I
planning
have
for
no
that?
idea. I have no
Okay.
idea, to be honest.
Okay.
I wish I had more insight as to what Meta is planning for device releases and stuff like that. But honestly, I know about what you guys know. I wish I
Okay,
knew more.
so-
But
So
yeah.
hypothetically,
It's not much.
hypothetically then, say a Quest 4 came out, would you
Mhm.
stop updating for the Quest 2 like you did the Quest 1 when Quest 3 came out?
I think inevitably, as technology continues to evolve, that will become an eventuality. Unfortunately, those
Yeah.
devices will continue to improve in gameplay and graphical performance or what have you, and those devices will just slowly not be able to keep up. I could say we don't have a plan for it right now, nothing to announce or anything in that regard, and obviously there hasn't been a new Meta device since the 3S yet, but I would prepare for that eventuality is what I would say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Save your pennies.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We have another question in from Yankee. As I said, he's one of our youth golfers. So Yankee
Yeah.
is about 17, so he caught on to this really quick. So
Sure.
since you work in communications for Mighty Coconut, what exactly are the responsibilities you have with that job title? And I'm going to also start with this next one. I see in the photo you are wearing a convention pass. What convention was it, and why did you go there?
Yeah, I'll start with the latter part of that question, which is the badge I'm wearing is actually, I mentioned Games Done Quick. It's a GDQ badge. I was there. That was me commentating a speed run. I was just on the couch and having a good time. So yeah, those happen twice a year. I go to every single one. So I will be there at the next one in the summer. The former part, my job responsibilities. So yeah, like I said, communications lead is my title. To put it in a short term, I basically anything that has to do with anything that needs to be written is written by me, basically. So think of things like our course descriptions, our newsletter, all of our social media posts. I don't make the graphics for them, but I do all the writing for them and the scheduling and planning. I do press releases. I do various email contacts, or if I we're working with collaborations or partnerships, I'm doing that thing. I'm organizing all of that as well. I write the release notes with help from many other people as well who give me all the information that I need for an individual release.
Nice.
Yeah, basically
Busy man.
anything requires being. Yeah, it's a lot. Honestly, it's a lot of little pockets that
You get
I'm
paid
responsible.
well.
Yeah.
You get paid well.
Yeah, well, I get paid. Yeah, I definitely get paid, so that's good. I'm not doing it for free. I can tell you that. But yeah,
Well done,
yeah, and
Stewie.
then, yeah, and even it's something as simple as like if we end up doing like little social media ads or something like that, I'm writing those as well. So
Because
anything
these two-
that requires communication. So
these two don't pay me, and they've just doubled my wage.
Yeah,
You know
double into
what?
nothing.
You work like 3 to 5 seconds. You're fine. You do all the hard work. Everything that you see that goes up for us is Tricky and I behind the writing. And so so
Yeah.
Stewie just has one job, literally. He gets the guest. And sometimes he remembers to tell them what room to go to. Anyways, we have hence
Very
the
occasionally.
email you got from me me because we could not find if it was ever emailed to you. So we made
Yeah,
sure.
if you didn't send it, I was going to ask. So yeah.
Anyways, we have
Mhm.
this, and we put this up from, so we have Bad Wolf's name on this and Gary Roll's name on this, because there's kind of two questions that were the same. So here we go. So from Bad Wolf and Gary's rules. So the first one's from Bad Wolf. Have they thought about a mode where the balls can collide? And Gary's is, please tell us that you are working on a new mode where ball collision is on. I think that would be would add so much more banter to matches. Thanks. As a
I can tell
server
you
runner, that could be
definitively.
fun.
I can tell you definitively that that is something that is on our radar and it has been talked about. I don't have anything to share on it or anything like that, but that is something that we've heard as a feedback point, and we have had discussions about. That's about all I can say about that. So,
Expanding on that, then, what about a moving tee box? A moving tee box, so it's never in the same place.
oh, interesting. That one, I don't think we went as far as a moving tee box, but that could be interesting.
Well,
That
no,
seems
you
like
gotta
something that we
remove the
could see
stupid
added.
holes. Stupid
Yeah.
fucking moving holes.
So I'm saying, it takes the trick shots out of how to play, because you never know where the
That's
tee box.
true.
It makes you learn
That's
new
true.
ones. Yeah.
I was
Yes.
gonna
Yeah.
say it doesn't take
Yeah.
them out of play. Come on,
Yeah.
Stewie.
Forces a
Still
little
like-
extra
but-
creativity for sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if you
it does.
move, even
A
if you move the
centimetre.
tee position from an inch, 2 inches, it would change the whole dynamic of that hole.
Right. Right. That's right. Yeah. For sure.
So,
Yeah. It
yeah.
creates a completely different experience. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does.
That's good. That's kind of
Or
cool
you can
option.
do
Yeah.
what Tricky does and pull a Stewie shot and lay up like 3 inches behind the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trouble is with these head masks, with these Oculus things, is if you don't look at the ball continuously, it loses tracking. And your
Mhm.
ball
That's
goes
true,
out,
yeah.
your club goes outside, and you hit the ball backwards.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. Been there. Been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there was something I was gonna say to the community watching that if that mode happens, be looking over in Krys's leagues, because I can tell you right now, if that collider comes in, what do you think, Tricky? I think that Lynn will be on like super quick with some really
Oh, it's a
I'm
bracket
gonna
tournament.
say mean bracket tourney where where a whole lot of balls are gonna be getting collided. with.
Chaos will absolutely ensue.
Oh,
Yes, for sure.
Our,
Yeah.
That was
our
wonderful.
bracket tourney
Talking of bracket,
admin loves
talking of
fun
bracket
things.
tournaments, I do believe there's a few spaces left in the current one.
There
There is.
is. We have
So,
two
Yeah.
of
it-
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There you
get,
go.
Get
All
signed
right.
up. Get
Mhm.
signed
Get
up.
signed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have the main one running at the moment, and we still have spaces for a few to jump in where you can. And we also
Mhm.
have the one-day tournament coming up, which is the new
There
release
you
Oh,
go.
the
We
Duber.
do.
that we
Ah,
jump
very
on.
cool.
And
I've
yeah.
seen the trophy for that one, and Audrey has done an amazing
Oh,
job
yeah.
with it. Also,
Ooh,
on the
exciting.
other one, even if you're a beginner, semi-pro, amateur, like no matter what level you're at, come and join that one, because that is a layered one. So we are going to break it off into two groups. We're going to have the Spicy Cup players in one group, and then the Krys Cup and the Champion to Champion level players in the other. So come in and play no matter what level you are at. You are still going to have a great time and a chance to be competitive. All
I hope
right.
I'm in the spicy
Very
cup.
good.
You need to be in the Spicy Cup, handicap
Yeah,
Stewie.
your ass is over in the other one. Sorry. And did I do this one? Oh, Nasty Housewife has this question in, and I added underneath, and almost every player on this server, and by the server, like the community, would you please put the randomizer back how it was, or at
Oh,
least
so we
make
can
it
all
so
see it.
that other players can see the randomizer. So for us, we have some people that we know may not 100% be truthful about that. So in some of the competitive rounds, we have admins who jump in super quick to make sure they're in charge because of this. Is there anything in the works to at least make it so everybody can see the randomizer when you hit it?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a good feedback point. Obviously, this was something that was a recent implementation too, something that
Oh,
we
yeah.
changed not too
We
long
weren't
ago.
happy.
So I think we're definitely open to feedback and making adjustments to that. So
Okay.
like I
We'll
was
open
saying
up a
before,
ticket.
definitely continue to report that. Yeah, make a ticket. Yeah, the more
Yeah.
I know it's and I know how that sounds too. Like I know it sounds tedious, it sounds annoying, it sounds boring, but I cannot stress enough how that is like the key way to get your feedback directly to the people that you want to see it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Did you hit
definitely
your button
definitely do
again?
that.
Mm-hmm.
Stewie hit his
Yep.
button. Always
There,
does.
there
All
you
right.
go.
So
So
we
I'm
have.
thinking now, within the next week, you'll have about 3,000 tickets.
You know what? Great. I mean, that will be a little bit
Do it, guys.
overloaded, but at least we'll know where we have to work. Yeah.
All
We'll have
right.
good
So,
data.
Dawn, we are on our last two questions. When I ask this last one, it's really a great wrapper upper. So I'm gonna head over to you. Do you have anything else that needs to be from the live
Let
chat
me
over
take
there?
a look here and see. We have.
Your job was to already be looking. I'm just saying.
Well, I wasn't sure with us going over. I wasn't sure we were going to get back to this. So I just
Oh, yeah.
thought I'd check.
Yeah.
Gamer Panda says Winter Wonderland and Fantasies courses in Florida are unbelievable. A man of taste, I
Yes.
see.
Yes.
Garbot. Thank you for the coconuts for creating me. He has to go off and stream some elites. They're doing the
Yes.
playoffs over on.
Oh,
Go,
very
go.
cool.
So Gargar
Yeah.
Best of
is a
luck with that.
representative admin, and he watches every one of these. He's with Q3 After Dark. So
Very
shout out
cool.
to Gargar.
Absolutely. Best of
Um,
luck with everything.
let's
Yeah.
see. Gamer Panda, a dungeon game thing sounds awesome. Oh,
Hmm.
I think that was that one. That was
Yeah,
the
though,
one.
Dungeon
we're
golfer.
having that
Yeah.
Yeah.
conversation.
I'm not being
I'm
funny,
reading
but
those books right now.
if
Love
you
it.
fetch a dungeon game out, there's only ever going to be one
You know what's
queen
coming.
of the dungeon.
I see.
She has her
Yeah,
own
my
dungeon.
dungeon would come up.
Yeah.
Um,
We're not always PG around here. We'll just go with that.
That's fine.
um,
That's fine.
So if you don't mind a few shackles and a bit of whipping, go
Shush.
on
Oh,
with it,
yeah.
Dawn.
and I think that was it for my questions that I went back
All
and looked.
right.
So
Awesome.
Okay, great.
thank you
Thank you
guys
all
for
for the
all
live
the
questions. I
questions.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So we have two more here. This one is from the pain in the butt sitting next to me, Stewie. Question for Nate. Can you give us a scoop on the podcast or a clue to what next course will be or release date? Cancel this if this question's already been, the course has already been released. We put it in there anyways.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So it's a great promo opportunity anyway. So yeah, we did announce on social media our next course, our 40th course, is Blockhaven, which is coming Thursday, May 7th. It's right around the corner.
It is.
It's a great course. It's a seaside little port town developed out of a shipwreck that had happened that had released a bunch of building blocks of children's toys. So it's a
Nice.
course designed and built out of children's toys. And in a very similar vein where I talked about how much I loved working on Holiday Hideaway for that shock and awe factor, I feel
what were you
very
gonna say?
similarly about Blockhaven. I'm very, very excited. And it's a very unique style to it, very colorful and very engaging that I think people are really going to resonate with. So I'm very
Can we ask for a
Is
scoop
the-
that? Can we ask for a scoop then? Is there anything new there that we haven't seen before?
Well, I'll say this. My little scoop, and I'll echo it as well. 6 courses coming out this year, but there is something special that's coming, something different that's coming,
Oh,
and it's coming soon. That's all I can really say about it. But it's
Oh.
coming. It's coming sooner rather than later, I would even say. So
okay. Let me put it this way then. When can we expect you back on the podcast?
I'll take the open invite if you guys ever want to talk about stuff. I'm around. No worries. I'll take the open invite.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, so really quick because we're running super over, but
Sure.
on that, is it kind of like, so to me I went, oh, is this like Misfit Toys? Is this like the block version of Misfit Toys?
I wouldn't go as
Is it
far.
gimmicky?
I wouldn't go
gimmicky?
as far. Okay, to answer the first question, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's misfit toys, but it does have that toy quality to it.
Right, that's
It
kinda
has
what I
that
meant.
charming
Yeah.
toyness to it as well.
Yeah. Nice.
Is it gimmicky? I would say, not particularly. This is one that's a little bit more traditional. I would say.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Yeah.
That's
We
how
were
we
not
make it.
good.
expecting that
So,
when we saw the
yeah, little
course.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, naturally, there will be things that feel, there's
course.
always exceptions to the rule, but I would say
Yeah.
overall, this is a little bit more
Nice.
traditional than it is gimmicky. So,
All right.
but
Nice.
that isn't to say we don't have gimmicky things planned. Don't worry about that.
All
If that's
No,
your
I,
interest.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I don't,
Oh,
I don't, I don't know if you, I don't know if you know this, Nate. I don't know if you know this, Nate, but on release dates, roughly 2 p.m. Eastern, is it? 1 p.m. Eastern.
Somewhere's around there. We do live
Yeah.
every
We
time.
We do a live feed where we're looking at the course for the first time and trying to
Very
play
cool.
to talk about. We
Mhm.
bring on a guest.
last time it went on forever.
It did.
we really struggled.
It
but,
was
Holiday.
Very
No,
cool.
well,
So-
Hollywood.
but-
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
but,
Well,
but
I
it's,
mean,
it's,
I think
it's
Stewie
fun us
was
four doing
hitting.
it together. Well, we had a guest, didn't we, last time? It was a listener, didn't
Yeah,
we?
but the guest
put it
wasn't
in
the slow one, Stewie.
No, it was you. It was you. It
No,
took
no,
6 hours to
no.
download it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my
too.
goodness.
All
Well, that's
right.
great though. Yeah, well, I know, say, launch day comes and we try to get involved as many streams and things like that as possible. So
Nice.
we'll have to be on the lookout for that. So you get your
Alright.
initial impressions when it comes out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So before I ask this last question, because it's definitely a closing question, is there anything else that Stewie, Tricky, or Don would like to ask, or even Nate?
I'm gonna
No.
reposition myself real quick just to plug in my
Do it.
headset because it says it's about to die. So
Oh.
1 second.
We really
we
went
don't want
over. We killed his
Yeah.
headset.
There we
No, I'm okay.
go.
I'm okay, Chris.
There we
I've
go.
got a
I'm back
question
in. Here we
I've got
go.
a question off
Okay.
the air, that's all.
All right. That sounds good. In just 2 seconds, I'll pick it up then. If you guys don't, his headset reminded me to go check the camera headset.
Yeah, always a good call. Yeah, I got down to 5%.
It's running
So
on a-
it was, yeah.
the
Yep,
camera's
I had
running
to
on
throw
a
on another
Quest 3
battery.
battery.
Yeah.
I
All
haven't checked
right.
mine.
So are we good to go then? Well, that one's also
Yes.
casting. All right. So
Mhm.
I'm going to pop up this last question. It says,
Yeah, by all means.
from Classy, or maybe some hints or more than just one, will there be more evil layers, future passport locations? Will they finally make my dreams come true and make a walkabout versions of iconic golf courses, Augusta, Pebble Beach, St. Andrews, etc.?
Ooh, interesting.
Real life golfers. who
Yeah,
actually love
real
this game.
inspiration. Yeah. Okay, I'll start with the latter half. I know that we've had discussions with some of those even listed courses listed there for potential partnerships in the future. Again, nothing to announce just yet, but you never know what will happen in the future. As for things
Interesting.
like, are there more evil layers coming? Are there more passports coming? We definitely have some ideas down, and whether or not those will be coming out sooner or later, we'll have to wait and see. But those are series that we enjoy, is how I'll phrase it. So it would not
Yep.
surprise me. Mhm.
That's
Indeed.
exactly how we expect somebody of your job title to answer that.
I've been doing this a while, so I know how to dance. You know?
All right. So, are we ready to say goodnight, guys?
We
I
are.
think
We are.
Well,
we've had a great show.
we have had a really good
Yeah.
show. We've had a really good guest. So, Nate,
An excellent
Thank
guest.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you
I
very much for
appreciate it. And
coming
thank
on.
you all for having me. This was a blast. And thank you
Right.
everyone who submitted questions. I really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully I can come back sometime. We could chat a little more.
So, and
Absolutely.
next week's guest, who's going to get blocked on the question channel, is
If I remember.
Mr. Shovel Shot himself.
Oh,
Earthling.
yes.
Earthling.
Earthlings coming on next week.
Earthling.
He's our next week's guest.
Earthlings.
So
Very
All
cool.
right.
watch out
Very
for that.
exciting.
Get your questions in for Earthling once Chris remembers to block him, so we can't see it.
Once.
I might have just
Once.
unblocked
Yeah.
Potato like yesterday when she sent
I
me,
know.
can I see the questions, please?
So on that note, it just leaves me to say a big thank you to Nate from all of us.
Oh, it was my
Big
pleasure.
thank you
Thank you.
Big thank you to everybody out there, all 2,143 of you who were sent in questions. Without your questions,
Yeah.
without your questions, and we say this every week, we do not have a show. So thank you very
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
much. On that note, I am saying good night. I'm looking forward to week 59.
All right. Good night, guys.
Night, guys.
See
Good night,
night. Thank you
everyone.
very much.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.